Some of you long-time subscribers may be familiar with this particular scenario where I tried to get the XXXL Trap and Blooncineration 2TC. We failed on that particular venture. Now we are back to reclaim what should have been ours in the first place. Victory! In that previous attempt I tried to do 205 Engineer along with 025 Mortar. Now we're going to be doing this with reverse cross paths because I believe this is going to be much better. More control where your traps are going to be laid and just better shattering shell and balloon incinerations with the bigger blast radius and higher pierce. Here comes the mortar, just don't put the umbrella up, otherwise you may have yourself a bit of a self-explosion there, dear mortar. Oh, it doesn't work. Let's go 003 first with the mortar, just so that we can get our camo situation done and dusted as early as possible so that we can deal with their camo status. How is round 15 going to fare? Not a problem whatsoever. The engineer can kind of slow them down so that the pink balloons turn to yellows, but hopefully they're still within the radius of the bunny stuff, which actually does a bit of damage for us. Need to go back to first temporarily for that one particular little scenario. So next up we're going to go oversized, and then pin's going to help out quite a bit when it comes to hopefully either the balloons staying within this small square here to retain their presence within the blast radius of the mortar. This one little one up here is going to be a little bit annoying, but we managed to circumvent that little issue there. Pin, please. Double the gun. Then we're going to go to bigger blast and balloon buster. Yeah, I think that's the correct way forward. Get that bigger signal flare radius going, please. Thank you. Good night. Round 27, not a problem whatsoever. Let's see. Let's just deal with you all. Do not have to worry about said lead balloons if there's no lead balloons to worry about. But we still have DDTs later on, though, to consider, which is rather annoying. Come on, cursor. Please. Thank you. What's another reason why you want the top path cross path is just because they're easier to deal with when it comes to this scenario. Don't need to fire as many shells, and each shell covers a larger area. Oh, I've still got these zebras to consider. Yeah, I remember round 61 is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to need to rely on the balloon trap a lot in order to actually soak up the zebra balloons so that our shattering shells at that given point in time is not going to have as much of an issue against them if we could just simply scoop them up. Okay, we've got balloon trap. We're going to get larger surface area next so that we have the opportunity to place it where we want to. We can place it over here, we can place it down here, we can place it over there, we can place it over here. It's all within our hands as to where we can put the balloon traps themselves, which makes at least 015 much more viable than 205 because you have more control over where the traps spawn rather than always being where the closest point is to the engineer. Let's put you over here, and also as well you can reset your trap by changing the cursor, which is another very good reason as to why you want to go that particular cross path. Round 38 going very well here. Come on, ceramics, stay within the circumference of the blast radius of our mortar shells. May never know when they are needed to be in there, and that is at all times, as long as they're not a black or zebra balloon. And this is where the XXXL Trap is going to come incredibly handy, being fresh. So we're just simply going to pop the Moab here, and then we're not going to try and pop the ceramics because the lovely trap here will just soak up all of the ceramics. And sometimes having like a high amount of HP on each balloon, but not having as much pierce because there's only 4 balloons to soak up, is much better than just trying to damage them all and then from there just having more pierce to try and accommodate, which is annoying. Okay, come on, there we go, and we're just going to leave that by, and they're all just going to be soaked up, and you're going to be reset. Excellent. No issues whatsoever. Round 41, though, being a bit of an issue because we've got all these zebras to try and contend with, but the XXL Trap is going to clear up some of the scrap And no, this is not scrapyard. Although these balloons are in for a scrap. Regrow balloons? Anyone? Anyone? that's a lot of regrows there. I'm gonna place you over here instead. Thank you very much. And just let you all get soaked up. Yeah, that's just far better than trying to deal with all of them manually, to be honest. Lesson of the day, you do not need to deal with a regrow farm if you can just scoop up all of the regrow possibilities in one foul swoop. Also shattering shells. I do believe though that with shattering shells, or with burning stuff in general, that the burn itself should be inflicted upon black balloons and zebra balloons, and the explosion damage is still not counted. But the burning stuff should still be counted because it's technically a fire attack. But at the same time, I do understand because it then makes this an almost unstoppable balloon to get to. Also, now that we do have shattering shells, this fortified status in which all of these balloons have, besides the ZOMG and the bad, obviously won't have a fortified bad here in this scenario, obviously will not be a worry. If there's ever a mortar paragon, I think it should have an ability where you can use it once per round, where it should just strip off the fortified property off of every single balloon on screen at that given point in time. Even the bad itself, since it's a one-time use per round. Do you think that's unfair? I don't think so. It's not like the instantaneous kill hook ability that the Navark has for twice around, where it just kills a bad right off the bat. Come on, ceramics. Once you just have them in sight, then the ceramics will just be insta-killed by the shattering shells when it has its lovely shells on it and it's being engulfed. Because with the mistake I made in my previous video where I went 025, it's the fact that when it comes to the shattering shells aspect, you do burn through more layers if you go with the top cross path rather than the middle one. Yes, you do fire slower, but each shell has much more potential. Sometimes just leaving a little old red balloon is more than what you need in order to get your abilities back for certain scenarios. Turbocharge! Sorry, I'm still feeling a bit salty after that expedition. But hopefully we shall not be in the same scenario this time around with the XXXL Trap and Blooncineration. I promise you that this is not going to be a big struggle, still be a struggle in a way, but not as much of a struggle. Once you get Blooncineration, it's pretty much game over. Blooncineration nowadays is just really good. It's like, it's not a tower which you're going to regret getting, honestly. Anytime you notice that you haven't laid a trap in a while, just reset it if it has absorbed something, so that you just always have a fresh one ready to soak up as many balloons as possible. And there goes that entire ceramic layer. Although they were partially damaged, but still pretty good. Also, I think since 9 months ago, I think, and I feel like you've agreed as well, long-time subscribers, but I have improved at this game. I've been able to do many more scenarios, not kerfuddle as much, if that's even a word. Kerfuddle? Kerfuddle? Befuddlement. We will go with befuddlement. I still struggle with the very hard scenarios, like I mentioned earlier, with a certain middle path boomerang with a middle path engineer, but at the end of the day, I'm still having a lot of fun at this game, even if it sounds like and feels like I am really struggling. Like sometimes the amount of struggle that you have on a journey is more important than the destination, because you can't get to said destination, the victory line, without the struggle. Round 59, a bunch of camo layers. That doesn't matter when we have the means of being able to deal with them all. Okay, so what do we have here? We'll just lay down a fresh one of these. Yeah, that had 8 in it, so they had some consumption of balloons, so we don't want a partially filled one. We want a empty one, so that we can hopefully be able to go like, I'm going to hopefully try and do this just like that, so then we can lay a fresh one down. Oh no, we're going to restart this round. I want a fresh trap so that it starts soaking up as many zebras as possible, but obviously I can't do that if it's partially filled and it's still on its cooldown. That should do it. Okay, so zebra territory. How are we going to proceed with this? While I do want this to be up here as much as possible, I kind of want to space out these balloons as much as I can, so that then I can create gaps within these defenses, so that then I have more time to be able to plop down our traps over here. So there's all that lot. We're going to spawn one over here now in the exit yellow balloon. Sorry, my inner rage there was brought about because of the presence of a horrific yellow monstrosity. Okay, we're going to prematurely move you so that hopefully you can lay a trap down. Please lay a... Oh, for goodness sake. Lay a trap down! Lay a trap... Thank you for responding finally. Hopefully that is enough. Okay, let's get these ceramics done out of the way. That should be it. Yes! Thank you for being a good balloon trap. For goodness sakes, that took you too many attempts. Oh, dearie me. Red balloons... Thank you. Purple's not as much of a bother, honestly. The explosion part should be able to deal with this very nicely. Okay, we're gonna set you... up there, actually, since you've been partially absorbed. And obviously that's going to be the case up there. We're going to put you at the very end here. Kind of need to micro shattering shells just a little bit. Round 63 is going to be a doddle, because shattering shells is enough pierce going on so that we can actually deal with every single ceramic with one mortar blast. And that sounds very wishful thinking, but I promise you the mortar is going to be an incredibly important asset on that particular round. So this is going very well now. Round 62 going very well. I believe I lost on round 65 in my original video. Don't quote me on that one, but oh, regrows, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, too many of them will be soaked up. No, there we go. Round 63. Let's lay a fresh one down for a future round. And there goes them. Lovely jubbly, I love that. Come on. There goes the second wave. And then the third wave after that. Beautiful, I love that. Round 64, just keep pummeling them with shattering. Have some intervals when you're firing your mortars. Let's remove the fortified layer off of them just so that we have a bit less damage that the engineer needs to deal with in case if it does need to deal damage to them. Again, we're playing this on slow. We don't want to muck up our mortar shots here. Even though we're still kind of mucking them up in some ways. Okay, that frontmost ceramic is still alive. Yep, that front one's still alive. I want to drain these as much as possible. This little ceramic. There we go. That's good. That's actually really good. Let's lay a fresh one down. Just like so. And then reset again after that. Let's put you on strong actually, engineer, so you're always targeting the zebra balloon. And hopefully this trap over here will be enough to clear up this round here. Hopefully. This is kind of where I died, actually, on this particular round, because there's an overwhelming number of balloons here. Oh, my goodness sakes, yeah. The mortar is going to come in so handy here. Oh, maybe I need to spawn the trap down at some other point throughout the round. Okay, let's put you on first. And hopefully this will be enough back here in order to deal with the rest of this. No, it's not. Okay, let's soak those up. Let's deploy a fresh one down. Have as little remnants of these zebra balloons as possible, hopefully. Yeah, the reason why we're not able to clear a lot of these rounds is because of the zebra balloons that come out. So hopefully if you're just targeting the first one, engineer, therefore you're not creating too many zebras for us to try and circumvent. And since they're just ceramics now, this should be very good. Look at that. That was brilliant, actually. I'm so glad I kind of changed how I went about that round just to target the zebra balloons that first spawned with the traps themselves, and because we can instantly kill ceramics with the 204 shattering shells rather than the 024, which leaves a few left, then that is very good. We're so close to balloon incineration now. I can almost taste it. Yeah, just keep pummeling the Moabs with the shattering shells. They should go down. And just kind of micro your way throughout the rest of the round. And that should be it. Yeah, clean hit. Although they did create more pierce there, which is not good. Remove the fortified layer. That is thoroughly appreciated. Get that down. And we are so close to balloon incineration, baby. Can you feel it, balloons? Can you feel it as your entire existence burns? I guess I just burned there with my lack of microing with the mortar. Don't get too complacent, otherwise Sherlock Holmes will not be able to resolve any kind of conflicts going on here. Alright, just a little bit of ace microing here and there, and we should have this in the... Oh, we got this. We have so got this. Our first tier 5 has been accomplished. Yes, we have a tier 5. Yeah, after you get balloon incineration, it's pretty much game, set, and match. So the only thing we got to really do now is kind of watch our microing here. The signal flare is bigger than the actual damaging explosion itself. So I think around 95, what we're going to need to do is do a slight change of course when it comes to our cursor, because by that time we're going to have the XXXL Trap, and we're going to be able to use the XXXL Trap to its fullest potential. And it's able to fire its traps out much more quickly than the regular balloon trap has. Honestly, I feel like deconstruction is just not needed for the XXXL Trap. Like, the larger surface area is just all you need so that you can change where the trap is deployed. Bunch of BFBs left on round 75. How are we going to get through round 76? Well, that's going to be a very easy question to answer. Balloon incineration. There will be some scenarios there where our pierce caps will be met with balloon incineration, so we have to be quite mindful about that and try and use the the XXL Trap's capabilities of this trap to its fullest potential, if such a thing is even possible. But then again, it can just absorb ZMGs. That's just like the biggest reason why you want to go for this, because you know those fortified ZMGs on round 97, the ones that cause a lot of problems? Well, this can just instantly kill them. Poof. One projectile and it's gone. Oh, and hey, do XXL traps and balloon traps also count as towers? No, they don't. It's part of the arsenal, okay? Just like the shells that the balloon incineration fires out of is part of its arsenal. Hello, ZMG. Time for you to meet my friend, Bony Shells. We do have super ceramics now that we are on round 81 and onwards, so that's something to be mindful of. But in update 43, the top half balloon incineration cross path has received a big old pierce buff, and also the wall of fire that the balloon incineration has a damage buff as well. So like, I don't think there's really a big reason as to why you would want to go with the middle cross path, aside from the fact that you may want to fire out more walls of fire throughout the battlefield so that each wall of fire lasts. Well, there's more of them on the field, essentially. I've just had a thought. What if we could do this without the XXXL Trap? I wonder, because of the balloon incineration's buff that it's been given throughout update 43. Now I'm curious, but of course if I find that the later rounds are going to be a huge annoyance, then obviously we will get it. Round 87, ZMGs inbound. And just soak them all up. Yeah, I think dividing out our damage across them so that the frontmost ones get popped first and then leave the later ones later on is a good gambit to go for. Oh my god, look at all these. Yeah, this could be a problem later on actually with all this pierce involved here. Or just micro our balloon incineration just a bit more, thank you very much. Yeah, again, we are still not gone with the big old trap up there. Round 90, DDT territory, not a problem when we have the bottom path mortar at our disposal here. And there goes that. You have the fortified layer on you? We can strip it just like perishing potions can strip it. Although the perishing potions on Alchemist can't strip off Moab class balloons, so which is a little bit annoying, but then again, that'll make it quite OP, would it not? It's already OP enough, considering the fact that perishing potions steals a lot from a 2 megapop scenario. So that's why you almost never ever want to go through that scenario, okay? Round 92 is going well, actually. Let's lay down a fresh trap over here, thank you very much, so that it has been reset. We could be facing a pierce cap issue later on with all these ceramics, but I'm trying to hold out as much as we can, although I might be trying to be a bit too optimistic here. Being too optimistic is better than not being optimistic enough. I'm just going to say that out loud. How many can this trap absorb? And that is going to be a lot. And as you can see, it fires them out much more often than the tiddly little balloon trap can. Oh, dear me, it barely fired them out at all. But in this case, well, the round is just game, set, and match, we're going to say. So let's absorb this. Hopefully it absorbs the back one. Yeah, it absorbs the back one, which is really good. Lay this down, round 95. And since we've got the signal flare over in the middle here, it means it's hopefully able to get all, or capture all of these camo balloons, so they're no longer a camo balloon. And let us set this over here so that then it is able to, oh gosh, it's absorbing some of those Moabs, which is not good. No, I just love the fact that the purple balloons just reduces from a balloon incineration to a shattering shells. That's a load of fun. Did I mention that this game has a lot of fun in it? I'm pretty sure you know. What do you mean, purple balloons? I guess the trap over here is better. And then micro its way to the very end point where it doesn't automatically absorb a Moab class balloon. Okay, let's move you over here now so that you're not going to just simply absorb. You're still absorbing them, which is a big problem. Oh no, there was some ceramics up there. That was what oh no, look at you back there. Come on, fire them out. Oh, thank you very much. I was just slightly worried there that the size of a hitbox on these Moab class balloons is really. Why did I spawn you there? I guess you do work on Moab class balloons only. But you could try and use it to avoid soaking up. You're still soaked up ceramics. What am I even talking about now? I don't know. If I don't know, then none of you will know. CRMG's being absorbed up just like that. Yeah, we got the snare in the bag. Like, do I think that balloon trap and balloon incineration works? That's going to be up for debate. I don't think it does, actually. So this round is just game, set, and done, honestly. Just look at these CMGs. One of them is soaked up, and the other one's soaked up. Your health does not matter, only for the fact that you're not a bad and you don't have the camo status on you. Let's see, another lot, another lot, another lot, and another lot, and another lot. Let's see, let's try and soak up these CMGs for goodness sakes, but I don't think it's always gonna work here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, it absorbed those CMGs, I think, or one of them. Yeah, I think it can absorb one CMG at a time, which is understandable. I mean, you don't want to make the trap too OP after all. Ooh, that was just in time. Round 99, a doddle. Doddle here, doddle here. Yeah, doddle here. Okay, round 100. What are we going to do against the almighty bad? Balloon incineration damage, followed up by the consumption of said stuff on the inside of it with the XXXL Trap. So put the cursor in the middle there, put you over here actually. Hopefully we'll be able to decamify the DDTs. I'm hoping to catch them over here because the trap itself can absorb more than one DDT, so it's going to be more than enough for our endeavors there. I don't think it's going to be able to pop the bad once it gets up here, but it will be able to pop it hopefully soon at some point. Any moment now. I think so anyways. There we go. Yeah, it's been decamified so that, yeah, they're just soaked up, which is brilliant. Put the trap anew over here. And this should be game, set, and match. So, folks, this has been a very enjoyable experience and one that I'm so glad I've come back to and gained my vengeance in this scenario. No way can you take me down. Oh my god, imagine if like one ceramic escaped there, I'd be like, I don't like you anymore, XXL Trap. So that's a really fun scenario. I'm so glad I came back and redid this, because this, once you get the XXL Trap, it's a lot of fun, honestly. Just being able to like change where the trap is deployed down thanks to the larger surface area is similar to the Prince of Darkness, so that when you acquire the... Actually, I don't think it matters what cross path you go. It just matters if you have the Necromancer, and then just change where the undead spawn from there. But in this case, you have to have larger surface area in order for you to be able to gain the cursor to be able to move where the trap goes, which is a pretty neat reason to go for middle path rather than extra sentries. It gives you that bit more utility with the traps themselves, rather than a generic purpose for a trap to be in one spot but not be able to utilize that trap on multi-lane maps because you don't have the larger surface area for sentries instead, which is not really viable. So in my previous video, I had the other cross paths on both of these, but I switched them up because I feel like this is just a far easier way of going about it. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. This has been the 2TC XXXL Trap and Blooncineration 2TC. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comment sections below, and what other combinations would you like to see me do next. No, I'm not doing the biggest one with Tsar Bomber. It's not possible. Explain how you get through round 95. Although there is another scenario at some point in the future that I would like to go into, because this particular combination with Jones and Blooncineration, if you start on round 7 with the amount of money that you would get on that round, is perfectly doable, because it actually circumvents the primary issue with Shattering Shells and the fact that you can't target black balloons and zebra balloons, although the burning stuff doesn't apply because it's not guaranteed. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Please be sure to use my creator support code whenever you're shopping on the store. I will be thoroughly appreciative of each and every single one of you that do so. Although I do say, honestly, that just using any content creator support code is better than not using one at all. Doesn't matter who it is. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.